Westminster College inaugurated a new president today and made history. Good evening and happy Halloween. I'm Michael Lindquist.
And I'm Samantha Kumar. Dr. Benjamin Akande is the first Nigerian-born president of any American liberal arts college in the U.S. More than 1,000 students and staff watch Akande's inauguration as the first African-American president in the school's history. Akande comes to Westminster from Webster University in St. Louis, where he served as a dean. Akande says he is very pleased with the reactions he's getting from the students.
Terry, I got so much love this week. I asked him a favor. I said, please keep loving me, because it really helps to create for me a very real sense of embracement.
Westminster College also announced a new partnership allowing students and faculty to teach in Oyo State in Nigeria.
Randolph County Sheriff's deputies say they made a second arrest in the Casey's robbery last Friday. Here's a surveillance photo from the scene. Yesterday, deputies arrested a second person but did not tell us his or her name. We do know the suspect is being held on a $50,000 cash bond. Earlier this week, deputies arrested 17-year-old Brian Koch from Moberly in connection with the armed robbery. Last Friday, deputies say a suspect robbed the Casey's General Store in Higbee at gunpoint. No shots were fired and no one was injured in the robbery. A St. Louis man in connection with 2 of the 7 church fires at historically black churches in the area is now behind bars. 35-year-old David Jackson has been charged with 2 counts of second-degree arson for fires at Ebenezer Lutheran Church and New Life Missionary Baptist Church. A lab analysis confirmed that gasoline was used as an accelerant in both fires. New Life Ministry Pastor David Triggs says he is grateful for the outcome. Kansas City and St. Louis leaders are trading advice to try to bring down both cities' homicide rates. Back in 2014, killings in St. Louis rose dramatically, so the gateway city turned to the west to Kansas City for help. Now homicide numbers are up again in Kansas City, both cities topping the highest rates in 2014. Both cities started efforts to bring the rates down, the No Violence Alliance in Kansas City and Mission Save in St. Louis. People across the country will begin signing up for health insurance starting tomorrow. Open enrollment will last through January 31st. The penalty for not having coverage will jump to nearly $700. Organizations across mid-Missouri are offering trained staff to help get people covered. Beginning next week, Central Missouri Community Action plans to host coverage events every Saturday at the Daniel Boone Regional Library. The sign-up events run through January 30th. The Community Health Center of Central Missouri will also offer expert assistance. People can make appointments to sign up at its clinics in Jefferson City, Fulton, California, and Lynn. Additionally, state officials are warning residents of potential Medicare fraud this open enrollment season. To learn more about what to watch out for and to find out more about signing up for coverage, visit our website at komu.com. KBIA is changing up its news and classical music programming. The National Public Radio affiliated station is transitioning to all news programming. Classical music has already moved to a different station, 90.5 KMUC. After the transition, KBIA will produce a newscast every hour between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Other programs from NPR and BBC will fill in the extra airtime. The general manager told me the transition to all news helps the students working at the station learn how to work in the real world.
Prior to this conversion, if a student was working on a breaking story at 10 o'clock in the morning, you had to wait until 3 o'clock to put it on the air. Now, if it is a breaking story, we can go in and put it on right then, and it won't disrupt programming.
The all-news programming on KBIA begins Monday morning. Texas officials are searching for 2 people swept away by flash flooding. Residents started returning to their homes today to find what the floodwater left behind. Numerous homes and cars were destroyed, and the Austin Fire Department says emergency teams responded to nearly 500 incidents on Friday, including at least 14 water rescues. With all the spooky Halloween celebrations, you may have forgotten daylight savings time ends tomorrow. That's right, remember to set your clocks back 1 hour before you go to bed because it ends at 2 a.m. on Sunday. That extra hour of sleep can be good for you too. A British study found people are 10% less at risk for heart attacks during the change.
For this time of year, definitely.
Sydney, thanks. We'll have much more coming up on your Halloween evening.
A mother in Michigan is furious after police handcuffed her 7-year-old son at school.
Police say they handcuffed him to protect others and himself from injury. CNN's David Bondi has the story.
He don't deserve to be in no handcuffs. He ain't in here with no knife. He ain't in here with no gun.
This is cell phone video shot by Crystal McCadden as she walked into Brownell STEM Academy. McCadden hoped Flint police will get some training on how to deal with kids.
I was told that when he walked in, he told my son, if you don't sit down, I'm going to handcuff you.
The police chief said he has scheduled training for all officers specifically geared toward children. Stick around, Sports is up after the break. Okay, now take a look at these creations. They may look real, but they're actually Halloween candy, and they're in high demand. Joyce Marcias runs a business called Zombie Gourmet from her home in Mexico City. She makes candy packs with bloody feet, eyes, ears, and noses. She uses gummy-based candy, paints, and syrup to make the treats look realistic. They sure do. Zombie Gourmet has a dedicated Facebook following of 47,000 hungry fans. Now here's a look at what we're following tonight on KOMU 8 News at 10. A teenager in Oregon is recovering after contracting the bubonic plague.
And we'll hear from some relatives of those involved in the deadly plane crash in Egypt.
And temperatures are going to stay in the 50s for a good portion of this evening, but start to cool down into the 40s within the next couple of hours. So it will be a chilly night out there. If you're out trick-or-treating, definitely want to bundle up, keep the kids bundled up as well. Good news is sunshine is in store for tomorrow, and we're warmer with a high near 70 degrees. Still have that chance for some fog in the morning during the morning hours, but good news is look at the next couple of days. Temperatures are going to be in the 70s. Do have a chance for some rain on Thursday, may linger on into Friday.
Okay, question. Do you eat those treats? They look too realistic to me.
No, I don't
feel
think
good
I
about
could.
eating.
So I don't think I could eat those things.
Stare at it and eat it.
I'll stick to Kit Kat and Reese's.
Have a good night.